Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, endurance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Shalawam, shalawam, shalawam. Sisters, come on in. Shalawam, shalawam. Hello, hello. How is everyone today? Come on in with your beautiful royal selves. Come on in. Come on in. Let's see. Sister Althea is here. Sister Habkarad is here. Come on in. Please, please, please. As you come in, do me a favor, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Sister Princess is here. Shalawam. Sister Jean is here. The water. Shalawam. Oh, wow. Sister Diane is here. Sister Zion is here. Oh my gosh, you all are in the house already. Look at you. Look at you with your prompt selves. Oh my gosh, I am ready for this topic. And obviously you all are ready also. So you know what, without further ado, let us just jump right in. Welcome. But you know, the first thing that we have to do every time we meet on Sunday is what? What is the first thing that we do? We give a huge shout out to the Almighty, AHAYAH, I am that I am, the God of the Hebrews and the Shebrews, in the name of His Son, YASHAYA Christ. So yes, a huge shout out, because it's because of His mercy and grace why we are even here today. So wow, let us just thank Him for bringing us together another Sunday. So grateful for this day. So I am your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, and I humbly thank you for joining me on this broadcast today. Sister Diane says you are glowing, sis. Oh, the water. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like I'm glowing. I just ate dinner, so I've got some energy. And I am ready to get this royal tea party started. So how was your week? Welcome. How was your week? Please put something in the chat. Let me know. How was your week? I know it flew by so fast. I cannot believe how fast these days are going by. Yeah, these days and weeks. So I pray that you all had a blessed week, because I did. I certainly did. And of course, we topped it off yesterday with the Shabbat. So here we are, the first day of the week, another week started. Sister Habkarad said mine was amazing. That's so great to hear. Yes, we're here. So that speaks volumes. We are here starting another week. Sister Zion says amazing. The water. Yes. Ready to start it off. That's right. Let's start let us start this week off on the good foot, okay? So before moving forward in this discussion, let me first make these disclaimers as we do every week. Let me first start by saying what Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty is not. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. We get it. We understand it is not meant to be. But if you come upon this channel and you realize that you do not agree with our lifestyle, our beliefs, that's okay too. I encourage you to continue to search YouTube, and I am sure that you will find your perfect cup of tea and your perfect flavor. You owe that to yourself. Okay, so just keep searching. But in case you're not sure, if you're kind of on the fence, just stick around. And maybe you will acquire a taste for what Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty has to offer. So just stick around and see if we are your cup of tea. Okay? What we do ask is that you not leave any insults or derogatory comments in the chat box, because that would be distasteful. So I would really appreciate that, and we thank you in advance. Sister Johnny says, Shalawam, Sister Kuala. The week was very blessed as usual. Praise the Most High AHAYAH. Absolutely. Yes. That's so good to hear. Sister Althea said, blessed week for me. Yeah, we are. What a blessing. We are all here. And like I said, we woke up this morning when so many others did not. So that is a blessing. Yes, continue with these disclaimers. Although I am a certified and licensed physician assistant and functional nutrition informed professional, and I will be touching on topics of health and wellness on this channel, on my broadcast, we will not be utilizing this platform to diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. If you are experiencing any medical problems whatsoever, please consult your healthcare practitioner. And also, the views that you will hear on this channel are those of myself and my guests, and not those of any particular church or organization. Sister Ashley says, Shalawam, sis, love you. Love you too, sis. So good to see you. So good to see you. The water. Sister Johnny, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So one more thing, if you would like to be a guest on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty, please send me an email to shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com and include a brief description of your business, your product, your service, or a topic that you are interested in co-hosting. I would love to hear from you and brainstorm on how we can collaborate to help heal and strengthen Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, which will ultimately contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. So let me put my email address on the banner here for you. There it goes. shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com. Please include a brief description of your product, services, or a topic that you would like to co-host with me. That would be so fantastic. Let's talk about my sponsor, Orderly Fashion 144, where you can shop for custom trends, designs, accessories, and apparel for the dapper and chic. So it's not only where the sisters can shop, but the brothers as well. So check out orderlyfashion144.com today, and I will put their information on the banner as well. Give me just a minute here. And please, if you make a purchase, do not forget to include the discount code for my guests, which is Kuala, my name, QALA 15, to receive 15% off your purchases. Free shipping will also populate on orders of $70 or more. They're also looking for fashion models that will purchase from the website and submit full body pics of you wearing whatever apparel you purchased. And you can receive up to 35% off your orders and one free item per month. In order to do so, you must order at least 3 items monthly from the website. For more information, please reach out to info@orderlyfashion144.com. The information is right there on the screen for you. Very good. Let's move on to My Guardian Doc. I am going to share a video with you about My Guardian Doc.
Life can throw unexpected curveballs. When it comes to your family's health, you need someone in your corner. Introducing My Guardian Doc, your virtual medicine program provides compassionate medical guidance and world-class care around the clock. Within minutes, talk to a licensed physician. We are My Guardian Doc. All our doctors are guided by our Patient Safety and Care Equity Council, whose mission is to ensure you receive safe and equitable care. For just $27 per month, your entire household gains access to a team of dedicated medical professionals. Whether it's just sniffles or sneezes, medication refills, or a question about diagnosis or treatment, or the need to speak to a behavioral health specialist in the privacy of your home, no concern is too big or too small. My Guardian Doc is here to help you. No surprise fees, no hidden costs, just quality care when you need it most. With My Guardian Doc, for just $27 per month, your entire household's associated benefits include immediately lower micromort count, which is your 1 in a million chance of dying, on-demand access to doctors, reduce healthcare costs, improve healthcare outcomes, decreased visits to the hospital or emergency room, increase your lifespan, and gain peace of mind knowing your family's health is always protected. From urgent care, primary care, medical guidance, prescription discounts, hospital bill negotiation, and much more, My Guardian Doc is here for you every step of the way. Millions of people have expressed a need for My Guardian Doc. Join the fastest growing subscription service. Visit myguardiandoc.com to subscribe today, because your family's health deserves the best.
All right, that is My Guardian Doc. So for more information, please visit the website at www.myguardiandoc.com. And to sign up for coverage, you can find a subscription link for Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty viewers in the description box below this video. All right. Once again, if you haven't already done so, my sisters, hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope you are wearing your favorite turban, tee, tunic, or dress. That being said, let's sip some tea or beverage and have healthy talk. Let's get this royal tea party started. So sisters, what is your cup of tea? You know I have to ask this question every Sunday. What is your cup of tea? Go ahead and post in the chat box what you are sipping on right now. AHAYAH. Shalawam. Shalawam, sis. Shalawam, Iha. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So what is your cup of tea or other beverage that you're having tonight? Mine is, it's been really warm here. Let me just say it. It's been really hot here. So that being said, tonight I decided to stay properly hydrated and to get some electrolytes while I'm doing that, right? So my beverage of choice tonight is coconut water. Coconut water to replenish those electrolytes that I sweat out. So let us look at this video. Let's take a look at this video from Horizons Health. And this video is 21 reasons to drink coconut water every day. And you know, I'm Benjamin. I'm an island girl. So we are very, very familiar with coconut water. So, and I'm sure we all are, but growing up on an island, this was so easily accessible to us and just drinking it straight from the coconut itself. But here, since I don't have access to the coconut, I'm going to settle for having a glass of coconut water tonight. Let's watch this video because there's just so many reasons. Like it says here, 21 reasons to drink coconut water every day. Let's take a look at this video.
Coconut water benefits. 21 reasons to drink coconut water every day. Coconut water is also known as coconut juice. Coconut water has become one of the most trendy beverages nowadays. Coconut water is formed in young coconuts and is a great source of vitamin C, fiber, and many important minerals. It is also low in calories and contains natural enzymes that make it a super drink. In today's video, we will show 21 reasons to drink coconut water every day. Please watch the video until the end and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Number 1. Good source of several nutrients. Coconut water is a juice that is found in the center of young coconuts. As coconuts ripen and become mature, some of the juice remains in liquid form while the other turns into white solid flesh and known as coconut meat. Coconut water contains 94% of water and very little amount of fat, while coconut milk contains about 50% water and is high in coconut fat. About 0.5 to 1 cup, 240 milliliters, of coconut water provides 46 calories as well as carbohydrates, fiber, protein, vitamin C, magnesium, manganese, potassium, sodium, calcium. Number 2. Helps to reduce weight. Coconut water is low in calories and can help to reduce weight. It is also rich in bioactive enzymes that can facilitate digestion and boost metabolism. If the metabolic rate will be higher, then more fat will burn. Coconut water has a very low concentration of carbohydrates and gives you a feeling of fullness. Drinking coconut water 3 to 4 times a day can help you to lose extra weight quickly. Number 3. Benefits against diabetes. Coconut water may prove beneficial to control blood sugar levels. It is also an excellent source of magnesium, which increases insulin sensitivity and reduces blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. Number 4. Help to prevent kidney stone. Drinking sufficient fluids is important to prevent kidney stones. Studies suggest that coconut water may prove more beneficial than plain water. Kidney stone form when calcium, oxalate, and other nutrients accumulate in the form of crystals in your urine. Coconut water reduces the formation of free radicals that are generated in response to high oxalate levels in urine. Number 5. May support heart health. Coconut water may help to reduce the risks of heart diseases. Coconut water has been promoted as a heart-healthy beverage. The potassium in coconut water helps to prevent the blood pressure-boosting effects of sodium, so help to prevent heart diseases. Number 6. Facilitates digestions. Coconut water helps in quick digestion and stop bloating after meals. Regular drinking of coconut water may help in maintaining the electrolyte balance in your body and hence keep your blood pressure in control, and also improve digestion. Number 7. A perfect remedy for a hangover. If you have been drinking all night, then keep coconut water handy because it is a stunning hangover remedy. It replenishes the electrolytes within the body and boosts hydration together with preventing vomiting and headache. The antioxidants of coconut water conflict with oxidative stress caused by an excessive amount of alcohol. Number 8. Improves your skin. For those with skin disease or different blemishes on the surface of the skin, coconut milk proves useful for them because it has the power to clear up and afterward tone the skin. It additionally moisturizes the skin. Skin products such as lotions, shampoos, conditioners, and facial creams hold traces of coconut extract that are more essential. Number 9. Reduces blood pressures. Coconut water may be helpful for controlling blood pressure and potentially reduces the risks of blood clotting. In several cases, a disproportionate level of electrolytes may end up in high pressure. As a result of coconut milk contains a sufficient offer of every. It is often used as an equalization mechanism. In some cases, it's counseled that coconut milk is consumed at the beginning of every day to foster the balance of those electrolytes. Number 10. Delicious source of hydration. Coconut water is slightly sweet with a refined, nutty flavor. It's additionally low in calories. The water is freshest once it comes directly from the coconut. Merely press a straw into the soft district of an inexperienced coconut and begin drinking. Consume coconuts within 3 to 5 days after purchase and keep in the refrigerator. You can also buy bottled coconut water from stores. However, be sure that you are purchasing 100% pure coconut water. You can also use coconut water in smoothies such as chia seed pudding and vinaigrette dressing. Number 11. Low in calories. Coconut water is the best replacement for high-calorie drinks like sodas and juices. Coconut water contains a lower amount of sugar and carbohydrates. Coconut water contains minerals and electrolytes in excess amounts like sodium and potassium. However, for casual sipping, it still can't contend with zero-calorie water. Number 12. Beneficial after prolonged exercise. Coconut water may be a super beverage for storing hydration, refill electrolytes lost during exercise. Electrolytes are minerals that play many essential roles in your body, including proper fluid balance. The studies have shown that coconut water restores hydration after exercise better than water. Coconut water also helps to reduce nausea and stomach pain. Number 13. Super healthy food. Coconut water is a tasty, nutritious natural beverage that is superb for you. It's a natural way of hydration and cuts sodium and adds potassium to diets. Coconut water is the best way to get potassium for those people who don't consume fruits, vegetables. Coconut water is a portion of super healthy food to fill the nutritional gap. Number 14. Have anti-nutritional properties. Free radicals are unstable molecules that are formed in your cells during metabolism. Their production increases in response to anxiety or injury. If there are too many free radicals in your body, then it can damage your cells and increase the risk of disease. Number 15. Improve blood circulation. The magnesium present in coconut water improves blood circulation. Coconut water can also be helpful to improve conditions like numbness in feet, blurred vision, kidney stones, and aids in treating disorders like atherosclerosis due to its high antioxidant content. Potassium in coconut water helps to manage high blood pressure levels. Number 16. Helps in curing insomnia. Coconut water helps you to sleep at night and also improves the quality of your sleep. This is because it contains gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is helpful in giving you feelings of calm and relaxed, and also has anti-anxiety effects. All of these factors result in better sleep. Number 17. Natural detoxifier. Coconut water is high in potassium, which can flush out water from your body. Hence, it acts as a natural detoxifier. Drinking coconut water before bedtime can help in driving out all the toxins and clean your urinary tract, thus escapes from infections and kidney problems. Number 18. Coconut water for healthy hair. Coconut water increases hair growth and is beneficial against dandruff and lice. It can penetrate into our hair shaft, moisturize it, and give it a healthy bright. For healthy and shiny tresses, make sure we drink up this magic mixture. Number 19. Coconut water benefits for female. Coconut water has lauric acid, which helps in boosting our immunity, encourage our metabolism, and help to reduce weight. Pregnant women are often recommended to have coconut water to prevent dehydration and constipation. Number 20. Coconut water benefits for male. Coconut water may be a natural variant to sildenafil as a result of it stimulates and strengthens replication performance, particularly in males. In an exceedingly medical study, ladies in their mid-60s rumored a rise in their sexual desire once taking milk. Number 21. Might strengthen bones. Coconut water is a good source of calcium. Thus, it may increase bone health. Coconut water has antibacterial properties. These properties may also help in the treatment of acne. Coconut water is no doubt one of the healthiest natural beverages on the planet. It is a strong source of electrolytes that offer a range of benefits. But remember, not to overutilize it. Just one tender coconut a day must do. If you like my content, please let me know in the comments section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I can't grow this channel without your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Stay healthy.
Wow, wow, wow. 21 amazing benefits. Amazing benefits of just drinking coconut water. Just drinking coconut water alone, you get all those benefits. That is amazing, amazing. So like I said, I have my coconut water, staying hydrated in this warm Texas weather here, but I'm not complaining at all. Let's see, Sister Ahab Karaz says, I'm just having some good old water from my new reverse osmosis. That's right. You did get that machine. Wow, you have to tell me about that. Sister Jean says, yes, I'm convinced, going to stock up for the summer. Correct. The Read Report, dropping by to say Shalawam. Shalawam, good to see you. Good to see you. Make sure you get your coconut water. Stay hydrated. Sister Ashley is having sarsaparilla with agave honey. Okay. Sister Althea, cucumber, mint, lemon, cold water. Everyone is staying very well hydrated. Sister Johnny says, can mucho caliente. Yes, it is very warm out here. But once again, stay hydrated, sisters. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We are about to get started. And a reminder, I do not promote on social media because I don't have any other social media accounts other than this YouTube channel. So please, please, I depend on your support by sharing this channel and also inviting sisters, family, friends by word of mouth to join us, because there's just so much valuable information that we give out on this channel, right? So we want lots of sisters out there to get this information. So please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and once again, just by word of mouth, family members and friends, co-workers, let them know that we are here every Sunday doing this. And as long as it's the Most High's will, we will continue to do so. So last week's show, who watched last week's show? Did you watch it live? Did you do a playback? What did you learn? What did you learn during last week's show? Were you motivated to start utilizing your gifts, talents, and passion to start generating some income? If so, go ahead and share some of that in the chat of what steps you've taken so far. Sister Zion says, me. All right. Yes. Post something in the chat box and let us know if you enjoyed the show last week. Because that being said, it's showtime. And like I said, we're not at the Apollo. We are at Tea Time with Hebrew Royalty. Who's ready for another super, super exciting and informative show? If you enjoyed last week's show, you are going to be supercharged after tonight's show. You are. We are going to be supercharged after tonight's show. Sister Zion says it was great. So, welcome to the fourth Sunday in May, Personal and Professional Growth and Development Month. So every Sunday in May and June, we will be focusing on topics, and we have been focusing on topics that aim to help us improve our personal and professional lives. We have been hearing from coaches, health and wellness coaches, life coaches, fitness and financial coaches, and others, and we will continue to do so. At the end of these 2 months, we can decide, based on the information that we've accumulated, if hiring a coach could be considered to help us reach our goals, whether they be personal or professional. Sister Jean says, I'm excited for the new topic. Yes, yes, yes. So tonight's show, life coaching, outgrowing your comfort zone, will be presented by Sister Patricia McCoy, Hydrotherapist. I know many of you remember her from when she was here a couple of, maybe 3 weeks ago. And she did the class on the presentation on colon hydrotherapy. She's a certified health and wellness coach and a certified supplement specialist. And I'm going to bring her in right now. She is going to take us on a journey on how to step out of our comfort zone and expand our mindset that can lead to a more fulfilling life spiritually, mentally, and physically. Let me bring Sister Patricia in. Here she is, Sister Patricia. Shalawam. How are you?
Hello. I am well. How are you?
I am doing quite well also. So good to see you again.
Woo, it's good to see you as well. And thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you quite well. Yes. Can you hear me okay?
I can. I remember the last time we had, what was going on? Like someone was tapping or something.
Yeah,
that was on.
What was it? I
It
don't
was
remember.
Very annoying.
Well,
I'm sure it was annoying your end, right?
It really
and
was.
for the listeners.
But we could not figure out what was going on. Did we eventually, what did you do eventually? Did you put some headphones on? What was it?
I think I did. That's why I have headphones on today.
Yeah, I think that is what solved the problem last time. Yes. So I'm looking at one of the comments here. Sister Johnny says, Khan, we've thought of some items to make to get in the GOCC Business Network. That's awesome. Fringes and tassels for the ladies' garments. Kudos to you,
Wonderful.
Sister Johnny. Kudos to you. So, Sister Patricia, talk to us. Talk to us. Tell us.
You and I have been talking off and on throughout the week, and you know that my schedule has been super busy. So this is the perfect timing for this evening's, discussion.
Wow.
And I'm saying that because anytime that I am having a coaching session, I'm actually coaching myself. And so this is an ideal time for me to coach myself.
Yes.
As I'm sharing with others.
And it keeps you accountable, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. One of the things is that, I really like to highlight is changing obstacles into stepping stones. And so that's what I've been doing for the past week.
Okay.
Instead of getting agitated and frustrated and, just wanting to throw in the towel, I was
Mm-mm.
able to identify certain things that were kind of blocking my progress. And
Okay.
so I just reframed how I was going to approach things and turned it into a stepping stone.
Look at that. Look at
Right.
that.
So tonight couldn't been any, I'll probably use my own self, you know.
Okay. Okay. Yes, you are the
Yes.
perfect example tonight, right? And especially with everything so fresh in your mind, then this should be pretty
Ah,
interesting.
ah, yes.
Okay, so
Oh,
where do you want to begin? Where do you want to begin? Because this is, as you can see, the sisters are saying that they are really excited about this and really ready to go. And I know after last week I had so many positive feedback about last week's show, and the sisters just wanting to really start growing. And this is the perfect topic, I think, is coming out of our comfort zones, because
right,
we have all these great ideas, things that we want to do, but sometimes we get stuck. We get stuck because we're in this zone where we feel that this is comfortable. But when we really think about it, it really is not. It's confining, it's stifling, and there's no growth, there's no progress. And if you're not experiencing growth, then that's not a good place to be. We should always be growing. We should always be progressing. And
right.
so I think this is the perfect topic at the perfect time.
It is. And I'm so excited to take you on that adventure, to be a part of the adventure,
Okay.
and just watching to see or listening, engaging with those our listeners and seeing what shows up for them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
right?
this is well needed, right? This is a well needed topic and potentially life changing.
For sure. And so where would you like to start at?
Well,
I
what I want to let the viewers know, the sisters know, is that as with the previous two shows, tonight's show is also going to be highly interactive. Another very
Mhm.
interactive show, sisters. So once again, get your note-taking materials, put on your thinking caps, and be prepared to ask questions or make comments in the chat. And if you choose to, also on video, that is still an option. Don't be shy. Step out of your comfort zone tonight.
Mm.
This is a challenge. This is a challenge for someone to step out of your comfort zone tonight and come on video and chat with us, talk to us, ask questions, rather than just putting something in the chat box. So
Oh,
let's
that
do
would
that.
be nice.
Yes, that would be nice. Be
Wonderful.
prepared to work during this session, right? I want you all to work. The more work you put in, the more you will accomplish. So Sister Paula is here. All right, Shalawam, Sister Paula. So if you take me up on this challenge, go ahead and just send me a message or post something in the chat box and let me know that you want to come on video, and I will send you the link to just click on, and you can join us in the studio. All right? Okay, so let us, now that that's out of the way, you take the lead, sis. Tell me, where would you like me to go on this journey with you?
So, where I would like you to go on this journey with me is first of all, we just kind of set the environment, and we, of course, we approach everything with an open mind. And
Mhm.
when what I like to do is I'm sure you can attest to what I'm getting ready to say, is when we go into these conversations, and we ask a person, so how did your day go? The first thing you start talking about is all the things that did not go right, right? So we want to start this out with what went well for you today? What went well?
Okay. Oh, are you asking me specifically what went well for me today?
Well, we can
Or
ask, when we're talking about what went well, and anybody, you can jump in.
okay.
As Sister Koala said, this is going to be an interactive. So I
Yes.
like to, start out with kind of just taking a different approach to when you're
Mhm.
talking about coaching, because a lot of times people come in with just feeling overwhelmed and just frustrated, not knowing where to start. So, just to kind of set the pace or set the
Mhm.
tone of the conversation, is to have the person reframe their thoughts by thinking about, what went well today. That's one of the things that we don't highlight much
Mhm.
throughout the day and focus on is, oh wow, I didn't think about what went well. I can tell you all the things that went crazy, but what went well? So Paula is very she responded. Would you like for me to
Mhm.
read?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Or I can read for you.
Yes.
Yes, why don't I do that? Sister Paula
Okay.
said, it says woodwind. Well, probably everything went well for me today. Oh, what went well for me today is seeing my beautiful sister Annette back on the battlefield today. So that's me.
Beautiful.
That's back on
Okay.
the battlefield. It is good to be here. There's a question before Sister Paula's comment, and I don't want us to lose it in the chat before we go further. It is
Oh,
by sister, it says Cedric Lewis, but it's Sister Diane. She says there are so many personal development coaches and programs. How do we narrow to a good fit?
mm, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. And I'm glad you asked. When you are looking for a good fit, it's good to have a coach that's going to interview you to see if you're a good fit for her and to see if she's a good fit for you. Because sometimes a person will come with um, situations that may require a different area of expertise
Mm,
that that individual is not able to provide. And to find a good coach or someone is a good fit is someone that is transparent and is really willing to be open and honest with you by saying, based on our conversation, I believe that I'm able to work with you, or based on our conversation, I don't believe that I'm the perfect person for you. However, I can recommend or refer you out to someone who is a better fit. And so that's the best approach to take when you're looking for, that perfect person that is, the fit for whatever the situation or whatever you're trying to accomplish, is have them you interview them as well as having them
mhm.
interview you.
Great points. Great points. That's so important. And that's with anything, right? Because even with my patients, um, medical, let's talk about on the medical side. I told my patients the same thing. You have to interview
Mhm.
me, you have to make sure that I'm a good fit for you. And sometimes certain patients are just not a good fit for me. And I've had patients that have told me, no, I want someone else. And that's not something to take personal. It's great
Right.
that you know yourself better than I do. And that
Right.
being said, you know your likes and dislikes better than I do. And so it is important that when we go into these relationships, that we also recognize you don't have to take just what is given to you.
Right.
You have options. And especially when you are dealing with things of such sensitive nature, right? Your health, your all of the very personal information that you're talking to a coach with. If you don't feel that connection, then it's very difficult for you to be very open and transparent.
Right.
And it's basically a waste of
On.
time and money on both ends.
Right. And just feeling unfulfilled. Can you
Right.
give me 1 second? 1 second.
Sure. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had someone come in and they were needing my attention. So I was
No
like, wait a minute.
problem. No problem. So Sister Diane said attendance in the Hebrew and Bible training, my internet connection went well, and I was in a peaceful environment conducive for learning. That is
Wow.
wonderful. So
Looks
Sister
like we
Paul is,
have.
yeah, we have some comments here. Here we go. This is we asked for interaction and we're getting it. Yes. Anytime we have this, like I have this light in my face right now. Anytime we have this station, believe me, all is well. We just need more from her and you as well. Okay. Sister Paula is asking for more. Sister Ahab Karad says, Khan sis, Diane, same here. So she agrees about the Bible, Hebrew and Bible Academy. Oh, look who's here. Yanni, my daughter is here today. Shalom, Mama.
Oh.
What went well today? The children worked well together today. That is awesome. Great communication. It was a smooth day at work. It was a good day. So that's great to hear. Oh, good to
Yes.
see you, my dear. Good to see you, my love. Sister Johnny says, I was blessed to rearrange my library today without any help except for the Holy Spirit. That's what I'm talking about. That's all the help we need sometimes. And Sister Diane says, oh, so the coach must have an expertise in specific areas of development.
Khan.
You want to. Okay. Okay, yes, this is all good stuff.
It
All good
is.
stuff.
And got some gardening accomplished and cleaned
Yes.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Rearranging and cleaning the house takes time and concentration. This is, and you see all the beautiful responses that have come just from that, from that simple question.
That simple question.
Just reframing, because it's so easy for us to, focus on all the negative things versus the positive things. And so that's, that's one of the first steps that that's the approach that I like to take, is just to set the environment and have the person kind of shift their mind to focusing on, things that are things that they look forward to accomplishing. And once we get that, that rapport or that environment established, then we're able to dive in a little bit deeper. And I like the fact that last week was focusing on entrepreneurs and things that they desire to do, and just how you just kind of honed in on that. And then to go deeper by pulling back the layers and going deeper and deeper into your why. And it's just a matter of asking questions. These questions, because everyone holds the answer to whatever the desired outcome they would like to have. It's just a matter of asking the right questions, right?
Right.
And
Okay.
so, you ready?
I am ready. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? Because these questions are for you all to answer as well. You don't necessarily, if it's something too personal, you don't necessarily have to put that in the chat, but be sure to take notes. And
Yes.
for those answers that you feel comfortable, put it in the chat. Please do. Please do.
Right. So, if you have your pen and paper, I'm just going to ask a couple of questions. And like Sister Koala extended the invitation, if there's anyone that wants to come on video and possibly, be a actually let us coach you, just enter into a coaching session.
Mm,
Um, we're more than welcome to do that. Is that fair,
that's
Dr.
fair. I
Koala?
would love that.
Okay.
I would love that. Do I have any volunteers? Do I have a volunteer? Let's start there. Do I have a volunteer to come on and go through a coaching session? The water, Sister
Hmm.
Paula. The water. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get
Okay,
started. And who knows,
let's
someone
get
may
started.
decide to jump in and become the client.
Okay. So in coaching, what I being that I'm a colon hydrotherapist, so mainly my focus is on health, the gut, and the brain connection. So if your health is not, if your health or your nutrition is not balanced, then your thoughts, your mental state is going to be out of balance. And so when I'm doing the coaching sessions, I take into consideration what your diet is like. What are you putting in your mouth? Is it life forming foods that are going to give you the nutrients, the vitamins, the enzymes, everything that your body needs to fuel itself, have the energy so that it can perform at its optimal level? So, whatever that desired um, uh, business that you want to pursue, by having your health and your mental state in balance, you are going to feel more confident in the decisions that you're going to make, and you're going to feel more confident in actually presenting or sharing your gifts with others. And so one of the things that I would like for you to write down is, in the next 90 days, what is one realistic, measurable outcome that you would like to accomplish realistically?
Okay. Something realistic, measurable that you
Something
want to
realistic and
accomplish.
measurable
Yes, that you want to accomplish in the next 90 days.
in the next 90 days. So, for
All right.
myself, I'll use myself as an example. Um, I uh, what is it? Don't greet to everything. Don't agree to everything
No,
because the Most High gave you many hats. Is that what Paul is saying?
it sounds like that. Yes.
And as women, oh my goodness, how many hats do we wear?
We just have to,
Seriously.
we just have to know when to take one off and put the other one on. Don't wear both at the same time.
Exactly. Right. And sometimes, okay, Jean said, I would like to take an EMS class. Okay. So that's good. That's a good place to start. Starting
Mhm.
with a measurable, outcome, something that's realistic that you can accomplish in 90 days. And I'm going to work with you, Jean. But for myself, I've had some shifts that took place in my life over the just in a matter of a month. And it was just like I felt like so much chaos because I already had a system of things that I was working on. And then I had another situation that impacted, it was with a family member, and
Mhm.
it just shifted it shifted everything that I had systematically set up. And at first it was becoming overwhelming, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, how do I reestablish myself?" And so I had to pull back and ask myself, "Patricia, what is it that you would like to accomplish in the next 90 days? How would you, with this added situation, what is that going to look like for you? What are you going to have to let go of in order for you to reach this measurable outcome?" And so that's what I had to do is I had to start writing down what's most important to me in this situation, and how is it going to impact the desire of me stepping out into my own business. I mean, having everything lined up and then a monkey wrench is just thrown in there, right? So you get set back, right? You get a setback. And so for myself personally, I step back and explore, right? You just take us two
Mhm.
steps back and assess and explore what's going on around you. What was going on around me? How is it impacting me? How is this going to change my life, and how is it going to change the life of others around me?
Mhm.
Okay. So
Okay.
one of the questions that I would like to ask Jean is having an taking an EMS course and realistically accomplishing that in 90 days. What will you and others see when you have that outcome?
That's a
What
good
will you
question, right?
and others see when you have that outcome? And I'll wait for Jean to answer that.
Mhm.
We'll just kind of toggle, back and forth. For myself, the changes that I'm having to make is I need to bring balance back into my life. In the next 90 days, what others will see, well, they will see I'm more balanced, I have more energy, I'm resting, I'm more happy, you
Mhm.
know? And that's what others will see. And when they see that, then they're going to ask another question. It's like, wow, Patricia, I realize that oh, okay. Okay, I just read it, Jean.
Mhm.
So what others will see as a result of this change in me as I am working towards it, people are going to start seeing the change. They're going to start noticing the shift, and they're going to start asking me questions. Patricia, what are you doing differently?
Mhm.
That's way before the 90 days,
Right.
right? Because they'll instantly, as I begin to set in motion the steps of acquiring the outcome that I want, people are instantly going to start seeing the shift. So the question is, how is that shift going to impact myself, and how is it going to impact others? It's already impacting others because they're seeing me taking the shift. Even though they don't understand the shift, they see me taking the necessary steps to reach my, and I'm sharing, right? I'm sharing my situation. Hey, you know what? This is what, just like I'm sharing with you guys, this is what's going on in my life. I had something that just really um, kind of threw a curveball in a goal that I was setting. But this is what I've decided to do. I decided to take that curveball and I decided to take a bat and hit it out the ballpark. So, I could have, I decided to take action, is what I'm saying. I decided to take action. And as a result of me taking that action, now I'm taking the necessary steps to balance out this situation in my life because I have 90 days to put all of the tools and a system in place so that I can regain that balance back. Does that
And
make sense?
yes, and one of the things that I'm sure that they will recognize is now you are you're becoming more organized, and you are also now probably more than likely setting boundaries that weren't there before. And so with that being said, now that opens the door for dialogue, right? Now they want to ask more about, well, why are these new boundaries in place?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if there was something that happened that caused this shift, there's a possibility that there was maybe a breach of boundaries. I don't know the exact circumstance, but there could have been a breach of boundaries. And so now that you recognize, look, well, maybe I need to set more boundaries so that I am able to now accomplish more and become more organized. Does that make
Right. Oh, yeah. In this situation, it was an unforeseen
okay?
family emergency. So
Okay,
it was something that was unforeseen
unforeseen.
and yeah, and it required caregiving.
Okay.
It required me, stepping into a caregiving position.
Mm,
Um, right. And so I have to make adjustments.
yes,
But
absolutely.
right, and in line with what you were saying about the boundaries are having to be established because sometimes you can actually become more of a crutch
Mm,
to a situation than you are allowing the individual, to stand on their own. So those
mhm.
are boundaries that are being established, right? Being able to recognize it so you're not feeling burned out. Um, Where are we at? Jean was saying, I don't think anyone will see until the time comes to utilize my newly acquired skills. Johnny said, I would like to do a 40-day fast with just eating on the Sabbath to give my temple a good cleansing. Priority shifts. I like that. I know it says Cedric, but what was her name?
Diane,
Cedric
Sister
Lewis,
Diane.
Diane. Yes, priority shifts. That's a perfect way to look at that. And Jean, um, asking, what will others see? I want you now to just visualize yourself stepping in to that 90 days, and you have already completed your EMS course. I want you to just visualize you've already completed, and I want to ask you again, What will you what changes will you see and what will others see now that you do have your certification, you're an EMS. Just step into that.
And I would like to speak to that to Sister Jean to probably help her to think further. Because there was there was a reason why you decided you wanted to take that course. So you had already visualized what that looks like before you even started the course. At the end of this course, this is what my life will look like. So now that it that now that you've completed that course, is it what you imagined in the beginning, or has that vision changed? And if it has changed, how has it changed? What does it look like now? Because I'm sure you had a vision of what your life would look like even before you started the course. And that is probably what motivated you to take the course in the first place.
Right. And just understanding why is it important that I take this EMS class? Why is that important to you? I want to be able to provide some medical assistance to people when the system shuts down. Okay?
Okay.
And so to step into that and just visualize, I'm just saying, just imagine you've already taken the necessary steps to sign up for this EMS class, which when we're doing the coaching, that part, the steps that we put into place, that comes further down the line. Is just really getting you to tap into why is it important for you to be able to provide some medical assistance to people when the system shuts down. Why is that important to you? And how is it going to impact others? And how do you visualize yourself? Just imagine, okay, I've already finished the EMS class. I got my certification. I'm helping people. I'm providing medical assistance to people now that the system has shut down. What else do you see unfolding? You're there already. Just imagine you're already there. You've completed this EMS course. I'm sure you're feeling pretty accomplished and you're feeling excited. You are out there and you are, I mean, I don't know if the system is shut down within 90 days, but I'm just saying, you've already finished your EMS course and you're not just going to wait for the system to shut down to provide this medical assistance to others. How does that make you feel? Just imagine that for a minute. And I just want you to step into that because when you're taking these steps and you're making these plans, because it starts right here. I have a desire. Okay, you have a desire. You want to be an EMS. You want to take an EMS class. Okay, you took an EMS class. So what else is going to show up now that you're taking an EMS class? You got your certification. Okay, so what else is showing up? Now you're helping people, you're providing people with medical assistance. You're not even waiting for the shutdown because you're so excited that you got this certification and you see the need. What else is going to show up for you now that you're offering this assistance?
I told you all you will be working tonight. Put your thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on. And right now we're focusing on Sister Jean, but if there's anyone else out there that have an idea of where do you see yourself 90 days from now?
Right.
What have you accomplished in 90 days that's measurable?
And how is it making a difference in your life and in other important people in your life with you getting this outcome?
Sister Jean says, I may have a sense of accomplishment.
Okay. You have a sense of accomplishment. So I'm going to have you pause right there. And I want you to settle into that, right? I want you to settle into that because what you're doing, Jean, and what we are doing is we are setting the stage for our success. And first, you got to have the vision, right? And you have to make it plain. You have to, it has to be clear as day. So if I were to come up to you, or Sister Koala was to come up to you and say, wow, you know what? I've noticed something different about you. What have you been doing? And you're so enjoyed, because you have this sense of accomplishment. You've accomplished something. And I don't want to give you the answer. I want you to give me the answer because I know what the answer should be when I'm noticing this change in you. And I'm going, oh my goodness, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? So it actually opens up another door for you to share, right? It opens up a door for you to share your gifts, what you're passionate about, and how it's going to impact others.
So she said earlier, let's see, before that last comment, she says, it's my
Oh, there it is.
part
Okay.
of doing the works. I believe it's my way of serving. I
Okay.
believe I was created to serve.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're serving. You have your EMS certification. You're so excited about it. You're offering medical assistance. I mean, and we already know it. It's just like where they said the harvest is plenty. That type of service is one of the main things that so many people are suffering from not receiving is that medical assistance.
Mm-hmm.
And you've decided to step out and get your certification because you're ready to serve. And I feel like it goes beyond offering medical assistance. It goes a little bit deeper because now you're doing the work. Now I just got super warm right now when I just spoke that back to you. Now you're doing the work. It's more than just being a medical, in EMS. You're actually doing the work. Wow. So what are you seeing unfold for you? And what are others seeing unfolding for you? And how are they being impacted? Just by you doing the work. I see that smile on Sister Koala's face. It's making me smile, because I stepped into that. I've stepped into that with you, Jean, and I visualize, oh my goodness, it is May 26th, 90 days from today. That's 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's what? May, June, July, August 26th. Jean has taken the necessary steps to get her EMS. She's not only been offering medical assistance to people who need it, but now she is doing the work. She's serving others. You're on fire.
She's on fire. And if I can add to that, I see confidence. I see her becoming even more confident should a situation arise where someone needs that assistance. Not waiting for the system to shut down. If you're on the road and something happens and someone is injured, you go into a grocery store and someone slips and fall, you may be able to assist them in that way until the ambulance gets there. You're at home and someone gets injured at home. Now you know how to respond to an emergency. So that gives you more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's something that she should look at also, is the fact that she will become more confident
Mm,
because
for
now she has
sure.
that skill. And we're also talking about doing the work. So let's say 90 days from now, we said it was what, August? September
Mm-hmm.
is tabernacles, right?
Mm,
Tabernacles. We do training. Now she knows, she has these skills. Now she can teach others these skills. Basic first aid. So these are the things that I want you to start visualizing, Sister Jean, that it's not just about waiting for this great event to happen, because leading up to that great event, there's going to be small events, little
mm-hmm.
events that are going to happen leading up to that big event that is going to be preparing you for that big event. Those are going to be your stepping stones. So you should also look forward to these stepping stones that you're going to step on before going into that huge event. What does
Mm-hmm.
that look like? Tonight, we're talking about stepping out of your comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
right? And these little steps that you're taking is getting you one step at a time further and further away from the confining comfort zone that you're in right now.
Mm. Okay.
So let's see what we have. Some other comments here. Let's see. Sister Althea said she should have a sense of pride. Sister Diane says visualization or imagining success is key to the process. Many times I don't see beyond the goal, the living the dream part. What do you have to say to Sister Diane about that?
Let me see. Let me go back up so I can see that myself. Is it the visualization?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Visualization or imagining success is key to the process. Many times I don't see beyond the goal, the living the dream part, right? So, what I would speak on to that is right now, like this could go on for hours, right? Because we're slowly peeling away the layers. And I like that these type of comments are coming out. See how it's coming out? And so what Sister Koala and I are doing is we're setting the platform, we're setting the stage, and now the next step is, and I don't know how much more, how much time we have on this, but once we get your motivating factor established, right? Whatever your 90-day goal, that's your motivating factor. Ooh, I'm motivated. I want to become, I want to take an EMS class. I want to, someone has said that they wanted to fast and only eat on the Sabbath. That we get that established and we understand why it's important to us and how is it going to impact our lives, how is it going to impact others that are in our lives, how is it going to impact our relationship, how is this going to impact my finances, how is this going to impact my social life. When you start peeling away these layers and answering these questions, wow, how is this going to affect my relationship? People are going to respect me. There's going to be a different level of respect that takes place. How is it going to impact your finances? It may go beyond, I don't know, that EMS field can be so broad.
Mhm.
And the sister that said she wanted to fast and only have her meals on the Sabbath day, people in your circle are going to start seeing the change is because you are applying action to it. And that action, the first thing you want to do is clear the clutter. Okay. That's the first thing you want to do.
Mhm.
Clear the clutter. Anything that would stop you or is, distracting you, getting in the way of you accomplishing your goal. You want to focus on that. Clearing the clutter could be, okay, what steps am I going to have to take so that I can take this EMS course? Who, what, when, and where? Who do I look for? When is it going to happen? What exactly is the outcome do I want to take? And what is the location? Is it going to be online? These are, little things that you, like Sister Koala said, it's the small steps that you start putting in place. It start writing out your plan, right? So clearing the clutter, making sure that wherever you're going to study at, if it's going to be an in-person class or if it's going to be virtual. If it's going to be virtual, you want to make sure that your desk is clear of clutter, everything is accessible, and you're not having to fumble over things. You want to make sure you have a quiet environment. So these are the little steps that you start taking. Clear the clutter. And then you put your action steps in place. What are my action steps that I need to take? What steps do I need to make so that I can make sure my success is inevitable? And when you start putting those action steps together, well, this is what's going to have to take place. I may have to stay off of, social media just seems to be a big thing nowadays. Okay, I'm going to shut down social media for 90 days.
Mm.
Every morning when I wake up, I'm going to make sure that I step outside. Sister Koala always talks about your tea, probiotics. How am I going to make sure that I have the energy, the nutrients, and all of the vitamins that I need in this body so that I can perform at an optimal level? So you begin to plan out your day. You set up your system and then you work your system. It's not a goal, it's a system. Systems are step 1, step 2, step 3. Put your systems in place and work your system. The third thing you want to do is establish an anchor, something that's going to bring you back, that's going to remind you why you set out on this mission to accomplish this 90-day assignment or goal. An anchor, for myself, I used to wear hoop earrings, and I would put a ring right on that hoop earring. I would put my late husband, when he passed away, he had given me a promise ring, and I would loop that promise ring on my earring. And I was so focused, I was so set on reaching my goal that was my anchor. So every time I would feel myself getting overwhelmed or anxious, I would reach up and I would just kind of rub that little ring to remind me, Patricia, this is your anchor to remind you to stay on course. Does that make sense? That anchor could be a nice smelling scent. Okay, today I'm getting ready you're setting the stage. I have my steps in place. What's my anchor? It could be peppermint oil. It can be lavender oil that you make sure you dab on yourself every day. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel like I'm getting off course. Let me clap my anchor. It could be a scripture.
Mm-hmm.
A scripture that you meditate on every day. That's your anchor. So you put those 3, clear the clutter, set up the system, and create an anchor. You put those 3 elements into place. Now, are you going to go off course? For sure you are. That's why you have your anchor to bring you back. But you actually have to engage. You have to be active. You can't have the system set up there and then you don't do anything with it. Some people do that. I see a lot of people that have all these beautiful planners, but there's no progress. They're nice. It's really nice on paper, right? But
Con.
until you act on it, and that's the part that brings you out of your comfort zone because it requires work. It
Work.
requires you doing something different that you haven't done before. So it does become uncomfortable, right?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, I got to wake up in the morning. Oh, do I have my tea? You know, did I drink my water? Did I have a healthy meal? That means you're going to have to meal plan, prepare your meals.
Mhm.
Or if you go out to eat, make sure you establish certain restaurants that are going to have the foods that cater to your diet. So it's really being intentional.
Absolutely. And that's so important. That's so important because so many people can see that you see that goal, you're headed towards that goal, but you're forgetting to take the tiny steps towards the goal, the small goals, the small steps to make it to that big goal. And
Hmm.
every day it is necessary for you to have a plan. You can't wake up you can't wake up and just go, okay, well, in 90 days, this is where I'm going to be. But on a daily basis, you're not planning. Like you
Hmm.
said, Sister Patricia, getting up and making sure that you've already meal planned. The night before, you should have already known what you're having for your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever it may be, and not
Hmm.
waiting until you wake up in the morning and you're frantically thinking, oh my gosh, I got to be out the door in 10 minutes. That
Right.
should have been planned the night before. What am I going to have
Time.
tomorrow? What does my tomorrow look like? So that you can step into today. It's no longer tomorrow, it is now
Hmm.
today.
Right.
And you're not frantic because you've already planned ahead. And that's the goal, is to plan ahead. And of course, like you said, things are going to happen. There are going to be unexpected events, but
Hmm.
that should be, that's expected, is to expect the unexpected, right?
For
And even
sure.
with that,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not going to get frantic. This happened. I'm going to deal with that, and then I'm going to get back on course because you already
Right.
have a plan. So be okay with taking a detour for a minute, but then
Hmm.
knowing your way back on course.
Right. And not beating yourself up and not, feeling guilty about it, but actually having a conversation with yourself. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, I'm a vegan, so eat everything is plant-based, but every once in a while, the cookie monster comes and visits me. The vegan cookie monster. And but what I do is when I want to enjoy, you know, um, my dessert, my cookies, I'm having a conversation with myself. Even though I'm satisfying that desire for that moment, I'm having a conversation with myself. Patricia, how close is this cookie getting you to your goal?
Hmm.
And I'm sitting there chewing it and I'm going, ooh, well, I think it's going to set me back. Right? So I'm eating this cookie. And the next conversation I'm having is I begin to explore what I'm eating. What am I tasting? Is it sweet? Do I taste any baking soda in there? What am I tasting? So I begin to explore my food. I always do it. Let me explore what I'm eating. And then I ask, the most important question, what are you feeling right now at this moment that you feel like you need this cookie? Are you anxious? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you avoiding making a decision? Are you being distracted? I begin to have that whole conversation. Guaranteed, I've only eaten half of the cookie because I'm having a whole conversation with myself. And so even there, you're able to enjoy something, you're able to enjoy that quote unquote comfort food, which leaves you feeling uncomfortable. You know what I
Uncomfortable.
mean?
Exactly.
So those are when I am in situations like that, constantly having a conversation with myself. What's your goal? Establishing the anchor, and then having a conversation with myself. Why are you feeling this way? What are you thinking about? What are you ignoring? What's the distraction? Why are you giving in? Why are you giving in? And then before you know it, I've talked my own self out of it. I'm like, oh, okay, I just got off course. Let me get back on course.
And that's practicing mindfulness, right? Because one of the shows that we had previously was about mindful eating, being mindful of what we're doing, because a lot of times we do things and we're not even thinking about what we're doing at that moment. So
Right.
I'm glad that you expressed that, because what you were doing at that time is being mindful of everything that you were doing at that moment, what you're eating, why you're eating it, what is going to be the outcome of me eating this. So you're not just sitting there eating and then later on you're trying to look back and wonder, why did I do that?
Right.
What did I eat? You already know, as you are in the act, you have answers to all of those questions. And with having those answers, you can now choose whether you want to continue to do this, or you say, you know what, enough already, and put an end to it. And that's
and
what
feeling
mindfulness is about, is to, so that you're able to make decisions at that point, to either
exactly.
continue in the act or to change the course right then and there.
I know we probably laid quite a bit on you, but I feel like it was I like the interaction. I like the transparency.
We have a lot of comments here in the chat. Let's see. Sister Jean, let's see. I'm trying to find where we left off last time. She says, I believe the Most High is guiding my path. He has work for me to do. There's nothing more really, but I'm not sure. And then Sister Jean says again, right on, Sister Kuala. Sister Althea said she should be able to see her dream coming through and believe in herself. And Sister Jean says, right, definitely not, sis. Not waiting for the things to go south, but the big picture is the event. Sister Johnny says, a good topic, Sister Kuala. Sister Paula, beautiful, beautiful understanding, beautiful question and answer. Absolutely, organization and system in place. That's important. Sister Paula says it's important to me because I love that. I have for my people. I'm in the medical field, but I retired, but I still have that desire to help my people. And that's one of my goals, is to be a servant to the people. Sister Diane says, or a catchphrase. I think that she was talking about the anchor. And clear the clutter, set up your system, create an anchor. 1, 2, and 3. Put that in the chat. Awesome. Mindfulness. Yanni says, great questions to ask. Definitely can be used in all decision making. Very good. Have an accountability partner, Sister Esther said. That's a great point. Having an accountability partner. What do you think
I
about
agree. Oh no, that is idea. And an accountability partner that is actually going to hold you accountable and not enable you, not, be the one that's going to hold you to your word. Accountability partners are great. Uh, and when you're establishing an accountability partner, I believe it's always good to interview them as well to see if they're going to be a good fit for you.
Great point.
Yeah, because you don't want anybody in your corner that's going to sabotage your dream.
Great point. Sometimes we pick the accountability partner because they're available, because they're a family member, because they're a friend, or because you think they're not going to really hold you accountable.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, so
they'll
make sure.
understand. She'll understand. She goes
Mm,
through this as well.
Exactly. No. It's like you make sure you interview that accountability partner and let them know how important it is for you and how you value them as an individual and would like to actually extend the invitation for them to go on the journey with you as well.
Awesome.
Because as you have that accountability partner and you begin to share with them the goals that you are obtaining, it's going to be a ripple effect. It's going to rub off on them. And then the next thing you know, they're going to be sharing with you what their desirable outcome is. And they're going to have, and so you see how you're already serving in the capacity of sharing and changing people's lives.
Mm-hmm. Because positivity breeds positivity,
Right.
right? And we've all heard misery love company. So allow miserable people to keep company with each other. But if you're positive, more than likely you're going to also attract positivity and positive people.
Right. And just know that your circle will begin to change too. Your circle of influencers is going to change. That's inevitable. If you are serious about accomplishing a certain goal, if you're serious about that
Mhm.
and you have a certain circle that has kind of been holding you back, meaning, I mean, I have so many that's in my circle that will call me, "Hey, do you want to go here? Hey, there's something else going on." And I'm like, "No, I'm focusing. I got something that I'm working on." And so my circle is shrinking.
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
almost solo because my vision is so much bigger than, I mean, I didn't even know back in 2018. I just remember feeling like you, Sister Jean. I felt like, oh, I want to serve people. I want to help people. So I got my certification. But it has opened up so many doors for me. And it's taken me to so many levels that I'm just like, oh my goodness. And it's only because I'm passionate about being a lover of life, the
Amen.
life that the Most High has gifted me with. And I want to share that with as many people as I can. And so it just went from being a coach to actually being a light.
Amen. And you can't
People's
help
lives are
but
changing.
when you love what you do, you can't help but exude that. You can't help but talk about it.
Hmm.
introduce people to it. Let people know how this, whatever it is that you have inside of you, and we know this with the truth, right? Those of us who, when we came into this truth, it's the same way. You want to spread the good news to everybody that you meet. It's just infectious. Let me just put it that way. It's infectious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something good to catch.
Right. I like what. That's good.
What I have is infectious, but trust me, you want to get close to me and you want to catch it because it's good stuff. And people do. People who want to improve their lives, they're going to be attracted to you. And those who don't, like you said, it's going to be a repellent also. And those people are going to stay away. But the picture, did you have something else as far as the questions, sis?
I'm going to stop right there. But if the ladies are interested in the handouts, I can email them to you if they need, I mean, and this is something that I, when I'm have paying clients, that I give them worksheets and activities. But I'm willing to offer these. It's a lot of worksheets for you to actually do on your own, but I like to spoon feed you. And so one of the first sheets, the activity sheet, will be writing down what your motivating factor is, your why. And just like we discussed on this broadcast, is, asking yourself, what is it that I want to accomplish realistically in the 90 days? Write that down. What am I going to see and what will others see when I get this outcome? How does this make me feel? Accomplished. We've seen a lot of comments that came through. Accomplished. You have a sense of pride. You're respected. You're serving, others. You're offering medical assistance to people that are in genuine need. And I like the way how you pointed out about tabernacles. And you are sharing something so beautiful. You're sharing the gift of life.
Man.
And you're actually inspiring others to look deep down inside of themselves and ask the same question. Wow, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I desire? What is the gift that the Most High placed in me? And how can I function in that? How do I operate in that area to the fullest capacity?
Wow.
By having that balance. I like what the late Miles Monroe said. He said, if you want to understand the purpose of the thing, ask the manufacturer.
Amen to that.
And then he also went on to say, when you don't understand the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable. If we don't understand the purpose of our existence here on earth, we are going to abuse our assignment. We're going to neglect to actually bring all the relatable parts and pieces together so that we are functioning in completeness, spirit, mind, and body. But if we don't understand the purpose of our existence, we are going to neglect, we're going to abuse it, and we're going to abandon the gift. I don't want to be that person.
You're definitely not. You are definitely walking in your purpose. I wanted to show the thumbnail, the picture of the thumbnail that I used for this, and what, go over what prompted me to pick this thumbnail for this specific topic. Give me just a second. Let me pull this up. Just a second. Slides, here we go. Give me just a second. Let me want to take us to the correct slide. This is the slide. This is the picture that I chose for this this thumbnail, the thumbnail for this show. And we know that the topic that we're talking about is basically stepping out of our comfort zone. And as you can see, the comfort zone here is depicted by that little red house. And what you can see, this little red house that you call your comfort zone, it's on a hill and it's alone, isn't it? It's all by itself on that hill. Mm-hmm. And can you notice that there's not a door on the little red house? There's no door, there's no window on this little red house. So therefore, this house doesn't allow anyone in, and it doesn't allow you out. You're basically stuck in your quote unquote little tiny comfort zone on a hill by yourself. All the while, if you notice, everything that you need, life, energy, inspiration, success, new things, new ideas, joy, growth, development, is all on the outside of your comfort zone. But you're so trapped in that little space that you're not able to enjoy life. You're not able to enjoy energy, to even have energy to enjoy life. You have no inspiration. You're not achieving success. You're lacking joy. There's nothing new in your life. There's no growth. And there's no development, because you're so trapped in in what you consider your comfort zone. So all you have to do really is find a door. And if you can't find a door, then you have to create a door. Right? This house has no entry and no exit. So now you have to create that door and take a step out. Look at how much space is outside of that comfort zone in comparison to what's in it. Because if you're honest with yourself, your comfort zone is quite uncomfortable. You're cramped, you're suffocating. I mean, you're not even getting any air in that place. Because you've outgrown it. You have outgrown that comfort zone.
That's beautiful.
And it's keeping you confined. So what we want to do is, hopefully tonight and in the days to come, you will find that the door that has been shut and keeping you confined in your comfortable zone, I'm hoping that you will create that door. Find that door. And once you found the door, you can open it and take steps towards venturing out into the future. But know this, that you'll have to face your fears, because a lot of us are in this comfort zone that's so uncomfortable because of our fears. So we're going to have to learn how to cast down these fears and learn how
Mm.
to operate in faith in order to come out of this comfort zone, this uncomfortable comfort zone. What say you about that, Sister
I don't
Patricia?
even know if I can add anything to that. That's powerful. I like that.
That's what
I
I
like
saw.
the visual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going through all of these pictures, and when I saw that, it just spoke to me. And I just
Hmm.
started picking it apart and saying, what is it about this little red house? And realizing that, oh my gosh, that it doesn't even have a door, that no one can come
Mm.
in. And so many of us are trapped in this comfort zone, and we're not letting others in, and we're not coming out to even
Mhm.
build relationships with others because of the fears.
Right.
So let's step out of this uncomfortable comfort zone. There's just
Mhm.
so much out here, so much growth, so much life, so much energy, so much inspiration, so much success that you can achieve, so much joy, growth, and development once you come out of that comfort zone.
Mhm. You know, I seen an analogy of something similar to a house, how a person is inside their home and they have everything they need in place to be secure. So they even gone to the extreme of, like, with the windows, I'm gonna make sure that my windows are tightly secured. I'm gonna make sure that I have, the I'm not gonna just have one lock on the door. I'm gonna have a lock and I'm gonna have a bolt on the door. And so they have all of these securities on the inside, of the house. But then there's a fire, there's a situation, and you can't get out the house.
You're trapped.
You're trapped. There is a situation, but you have yourself trapped in this house. A system that you think is protecting you is actually a system that is actually killing you.
Killing you.
And they call those walls because you don't trust what's on the other side of the door. There's
Wow.
trust issues. That's powerful, sis. Well, I sure enjoyed myself this evening.
What? Wow. I didn't want it to end, really. I still don't want
Oh
it to
no.
end. I'm actually thinking about a part two. What do you think about that? Because
You know
I
what?
think we
I
only
would
scratched the surface.
I know we only scratched the surface. I know we have. Because when you really sit down and you're actually able to actively engage in the conversation that's being had, and really start pulling away the layers and really stepping in to, and this is the beautiful thing about it, because by the end of a coaching session, by the end of a coaching session, when that person visualizes themselves as already accomplishing this goal, they come to the realization that they've already taken the first step. Does that make They've already taken the first step. Therefore, you have taken the necessary step. The goal has already been established. This is beautiful. And I'm thinking about Sister Jean. The goal has already been established, and
Mhm.
you have already stepped into that. Now, all you need to do is act on it.
Wow.
All you I'm telling you, I'm just getting like super warm all over because it's beautiful, because I already can see what the outcome is going to be. I already know. I mean, just by her sharing with me and the other lady that was sharing about the fasting,
Preston, Sister Johnny.
Sister Johnny,
Mhm.
about fasting. How inspiring is that? Because that requires discipline.
Mm,
It requires being mindful. It requires being present, and it requires being intentional. So you just don't know how your comments in this chat has already impacted a person. It impacted me. I don't know if it's impacted
absolutely.
anybody else on here, but you see how that one little flame, it can spark a fire.
Yes. The seed
And
was
I get
planted.
excited. The seed was planted.
Hmm.
And so I'm excited for the young ladies that have put aside their time for this evening to show up for themselves.
Come on.
You're showing up for yourself
Come on.
and you're showing up for Sister Koala. That support.
And I'm doing this for us because
Hmm.
all of us need this. We all need this
For sure. Yeah.
because there are just so many challenges out here. And like you said, we don't want to talk about the challenges because we know they're there, they exist. But what are we going to do about it? We
Right.
can't focus on the challenges because just as there are challenges, there are also successes.
Ooh, I like that.
And so we are going to focus on our success. And I enjoy, I thank the Most High for this platform because I'm living in my purpose with what
Hmm.
I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm living in my purpose. And so I thank you all. I thank everyone that is a part of allowing me to live out my purpose because I can't live it out by myself, right? The Most High has put us here to impact each other's lives.
Con.
And you're living out your purpose. And that is what we are here to encourage others to find that purpose and to step out in faith and accomplish it. And I know we all
Mhm.
can. We all can. I'm
Yeah.
seeing so many. I'm looking because I'm seeing so many comments. Oh my gosh, you all really did show up and show out
Beautiful.
tonight. And we asked you to interact, and you did. Thank you all so much for interacting and participating.
Mm,
Right?
yes.
And Sister Patricia, I know your schedule. We've been talking about your schedule and everything that you're dealing with right now. And I
Mhm.
just truly appreciate you finding the time, taking the time, making the time, and making this a priority for this
Oh,
time,
yeah.
in
Oh,
your life,
man.
right? For making this
Yes.
a priority, because obviously you had choices on what you could be doing right now, and you chose to make this a priority. And that's something
Oh,
that we
yeah.
don't take lightly. We thank you so
Oh,
much.
well,
We thank
thank
you so
you.
much for your expertise, for your time, for your love, because it takes an act of charity to do what you do.
Mm. Oh, thank you, sis.
Ayanda Bar, you're welcome.
It was
And,
my pleasure. We're
and we are
so
going
good.
to connect and talk about part 2 and when that is going to happen. But I think we should
Yeah.
hold off on the handouts and save that for part 2. What do you think about that?
That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. I'll send it to you and, and then you can decide on when you want to make that available.
What we can do, we can solidify that now. Um,
Mhm.
if you send them to me, and then once we set a date for part 2, then I can send them out so they can have the handouts prepared. They can come already
Yes.
prepared with their questions, with their the handouts already filled out.
Yes.
So it can be an actual coaching session. How about that?
Exactly. That sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan to me as well. Let me see if there's anything specific for you before you leave.
Okay.
Part 2
And
would be
just
great.
know, I know that I have a busy schedule. So that's what I'm working on is weeding out what's not necessary so that I can focus 100% on what I'm passionate about.
All praises.
So just know I'm working on myself.
We all are, my sister.
Yes.
Hence,
We all have to
hence
work
the
on ourselves.
topic. Hence the topic.
Exactly. We have to coach ourselves, right?
That's
These
right.
are, I mean, it's a two-way street. So
Absolutely. You can't be falling apart and try to help put other people together.
exactly. Yeah.
So thank you so much, sis.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate you, and AHAYAH, love you much, and we'll talk really soon. Okay?
Okay. The water.
Ayanda bar, sis. Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Wow. Oh my gosh, sisters. Let's see the comments. Let me go over some of the comments here. Sister Sierra, so good to see you, my sister. So good to see you, beautiful. You said powerful. Sister Diane says Psalms 23. Yes. You sisters are my motivation, Sister Jean says. All praises to the Most High. Sister Paula said, I really loved it when our guest said, clean out the clutter off your desk. Thank you, my sister. Sister Jeanette says, I'm late, but I'm glad to be here. Good to see you, Sister Jeanette. Sister Esther, probably dark in there as well. Outside is sunshine. That's correct. Yes. Part 2 will be great. Yes, you are, Sister Kuala. Sister Jada, Sister Sierra says, Khan, you absolutely are. Ahchwathyam. The water, sisters. The water. Thank you, Sister Patricia. Wow. She is amazing. She is amazing. And we are going to have her back if it be the Most High's will. So let's talk about the upcoming weeks. You will continue to hear and learn from coaches in the upcoming weeks. So I encourage you, when you show up, ask as many questions as you did tonight, in order to decide if being coached or coaching others sounds appealing to you. By the way, is there anyone that has considered coaching as a side hustle or a business? Has anyone considered that? Thinking about becoming a coach as well in whatever area of expertise you may have. Sister Diane says, works in progress. The water, dear Sister Patricia. Sister Sarah says, wow, such a beautiful broadcast. The water, sis. My daughter Yanni says, outstanding. The water. So once again, think about it. We all have gifts, talents, passions, like we talked about last week. Let's hone in on these gifts, these talents, our passion, and start thinking not only about how we can now make money, generate income, but also how we can help others with those gifts, talents, and passions. So tonight we talked about outgrowing your comfort zone. So it's time to take the first step into the rest of your life. For some, that may mean thinking about how you can live a medication-free life, improving your quality of life. For others, it may mean decreasing your work hours so that you can focus on that business that we talked about last week and that you've been wanting to start, but just don't know how to. And for some, it may mean budgeting for a feast day or a real getaway or a vacation. And for another, it may mean learning to set boundaries and budget your time so that you can become more effective, more efficient, and more productive. Just as we have to budget our money, we also need to budget our time as well. So next week's show, let's talk about next week's show. Next week's show is going to be super fun. I'm going to have a wonderful surprise for you. So one of my very special sisters will be joining me in the studio right here on my couch next week, all the way from California. Yes. So next week, I will have my special guest sitting right here next to me. And what we're going to talk about next week is a recap of May's topics. We're going to talk about the topics that we've gone over during this month. I am inviting each of you to join me in the studio via video so that we can have a discussion about what you've learned so far and how we plan to implement what we've learned. What first steps have we taken towards that big goal? What first step have we taken to get out of the comfort zone? So I want you to consider this a formal invitation to join me for a virtual personal and professional growth and development tea party next week. Show up with your cup of tea, wearing your turban, tea, tunic, dress, whatever it may be, and join me for tea next week. And please, 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 if you want to come on video so we can have a group discussion, almost like a Zoom type discussion about where do we see ourselves going from here, venturing out of our uncomfortable comfort zones. Where do we see ourselves as far as starting that side hustle or that business? What have we done thus far, and what's the next steps to take? So we can have basically a roundtable discussion. So that's next week. So if you are interested in coming on video, you can reach out to me at the email shebroroyaltybiz@gmail.com, and I will make sure that you have the link in order to join by video next week. And if you come on next week and you decide at that moment that you want to come on video as well, we can get the link to you next week also. But I would like to know in advance how many people to prepare for our tea party. Also, another tea for thought, not food, but tea for thought. This year, we took a break from our annual Tea Time with Hebrew Royalty annual summer tea party because of my transfer from California to Texas. Last year I moved, and so it was very difficult for us to have, at least for me, to plan for a tea party this year because of adjustments that I had to make and so on and so forth. However, I am really excited to announce that the goal is to have our third annual Tea Time with Hebrew Royalty Summer Tea Party next year, 2025, if it be the Most High's will. So I am starting to plan now. Know that it will be here in Texas. That will be the goal. So I want you all to start thinking about that. Start budgeting for next year's tea party. Start budgeting now, because I'm telling you, it is going to be spectacular. Who's excited and ready for another summer tea party with tea time with Shebrew royalty. Who's ready? Sister Sierra says, yeah. Sister Paula, powerful, powerful. Khan. Sister Hakarat, I would love to attend. Yes, yes, yes. Start budgeting. Start budgeting for next year's annual tea party. Okay? It's going to be spectacular. So, sisters, I hope that you found the information that was presented tonight useful. I know that you did. Sister Patricia was amazing, as she always is. So if you did, please do me a favor and share this video with your sister friends, your relatives, everyone, all of the sisters in your circle of influence. Let's grow this channel so that this information can reach Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, and even those that are not Shebrews, but are willing to become a part of our community. We are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. We're not the source, because that light shines through us from the source, which is our Lord, our Savior, Yeshaya Christ. Sister Zion says, yes, got to find that awesome teacup set. Yes, wow. You just don't know. We are going to have an incredible time, if it be the Most High's will, next year. But like I said, we'll start planning now. Have plenty of time to prepare. All right? So I am truly looking forward to it. So, sisters, I love you. I always appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy schedules. And from your family, a lot of you take time, this time, away from your family to just, meet as sisters and have tea and conversation together. And I just thank you for prioritizing that at this time. Sister Sierra says, as usual, you Tawada says, Tawada. All praises to the Most High. I can't wait for the tea party either. I miss you all so much. And this tea party is going to be an amazing reunion as well. An amazing reunion. So know that I am praying for you. I am praying for us. So until the Most High brings us back together, may you prosper and be in good health. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. Sister Jean says, thank you for the platform, sis. Ayanda Bar, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. The water. I am your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, a voice of reasoning and justice. AHAYAH. I love you all so very much. Have a good night and a blessed week. And next week, I'll see you if it be the Most High's will. Shalawam. Shalawam, sisters. Good night.